Very good morning, students. In our last class we have started discussing about the urban area local self government. Urban area means the town areas or the city areas. We have already studied about the panchayat system or the village system during our essay 1. So now we are discussing about the local government bodies in the urban areas, means town areas. In our last class we have discussed about that why do we call these as self government, because these government bodies are created based on the election, where common people they participate and elect representatives among themselves to run their area or to solve their local problems. That's why these are called self government, because these governments are made by the common people based on their election. Okay, now in urban local area, in that particular discussion, we have found that there are different kinds of urban local government for different types of cities. First of all, we have discussed about that for the large cities with huge population, municipal corporations, then small cities with small population, municipalities, then the cities which are developing, the areas which are developing from rural area to urban area. For those areas we have urban committees for their development to look after their problems. And then the cities where we have the military camps, those areas we have cantonment boards to solve those problems specially. And the cities or the town areas which need special care, for those cities we have special development boards. Now today we are going to discuss in details about the formation and the functioning of the municipal corporation, and we are talking about the composition of the municipal corporation, how these municipal corporation these are formed. Now first of all, you need to remember all these government bodies, these are called self government bodies, so you can understand these are based on election where the common people take participation and cast their vote. So these are based on universal adult franchise. Every Indian after 18 years can cast their vote, and in the local areas they cast their vote and they select their representative to solve their local problems. And these each representative is elected for 5 years. That means the municipal corporation board once formed will continue for 5 years. After that again there will be another election, and again another new government or new board can be formed after the election. So first of all, the most important part of municipal corporation is the ward councillors or the councillors. The cities where the municipal corporation system is there, the whole city is divided into several wards. From each ward there will be one representative who must be elected by the common people, or who must win the election by getting majority of votes from that particular ward. Let us have an example. Suppose the Kolkata city, the city of Kolkata is run by municipal corporation. Suppose there are 100 wards. That means the city of Kolkata is divided into 100 wards. From each ward there will be one representative or one elected person from each ward, who will must get the majority of votes from that particular ward or particular division. Suppose there are, I already said, 100 wards. That means 100 councillors would be elected from each ward, and these 100 councillors will look after the problems, local problems of the city of Kolkata, because they are the member of municipal corporation. So like that, these ward councillors will be elected and they will try to solve the problems of those particular ward or particular division. Now come to the next point, mayor and the deputy mayor. Among those, just now I have given you example. Suppose in Kolkata municipal corporation there are 100 wards. That means 100 ward councillors would be elected. So among those 100 ward councillors, one will be selected as the head of the councillors. So that post is called as mayor, who will be chosen as the head of the councillors. That post is called mayor. To help that mayor, another person will be selected. That post would be called a deputy mayor, but their post will remain for 1 and 5 years. That means whoever becomes the mayor or the head of the councillors can remain in the post for 5 years only. After the 5 years there will be again another election, and according to the election results the mayor will be chosen. Now come to the municipal commissioner. This is a post appointed by the state government. The mayor and the ward councillors, they are elected, but the commissioner, municipal commissioner, who is there in the municipal corporation, he is the government officer appointed by the state government. Stays in the office for a period of 3 to 5 years. He implements all the decisions of the municipal corporation and prepares annual budget. He is the government employee, not elected. Government officer chosen by the state government can remain in the office for 3 to 5 years. Again, his posting will be changed. He will be posted in another municipal corporation. So there must be one municipal commissioner who must be a government officer and posted by the state government in the each municipal corporation. Next is that aldermen, a number of elderly respected citizens of the city are chosen from amongst the well-known citizens of the city. They are known as aldermen. They also form a part of municipal corporation for the ideas, for the better ideas, and to have a proper functioning planning. These aged persons are needed. And other members, there must be representative of the scheduled caste, scheduled tribe, backward classes. 1/3 of the seats are reserved for women in the corporation. The corporation also comprises member of the parliament, that means MPs, those who represent in the central government. They can be the member of these municipal corporation if they belong to that particular city. And the members of the state legislative assembly, that means members from the state government, also can be the part of this municipal corporation for its smooth functioning.